Welcome, ladies, gents, and otherwise amazing people, to another episode of the Coolest Guys You Know podcast. I'm your host, the guy with the beard and glasses, Alex Bagley, and alongside me is the guy with the mustache, Jack Hefflinger.
How we doing?
Jack, what are we doing today?
Well, today we're going to be writing some Christmas sketches. And as always, we have to have a little twist on everything. So we're going to be polling for each other's. Like, I'm going to be polling for his sketches. He's going to be polling for mine, different characters, where it's going to take place, what kind of the circumstance could be if we want those, right?
Yep. And we're going to be doing two different sketches, and we're going to let the other person poll for our sketch. And it's at their discretion when to stop and what the parameters are.
Right.
So, all right. We want to get this started?
Yeah.
Do you want to pull my sketch first, or do you want me to pull for your sketch first?
Did you want to decide, do you want settings and circumstances for both?
I don't think I get to decide.
I see.
Yeah,
okay,
I think it's up to the other person.
All right, perfect. I'll pull for you first.
Okay. Let's see what I get.
See what we get for your first sketch here. Iron Man is a character in the sketch.
All right.
Okay, you want to do a little type in there?
Ooh, it's nice.
Christmas needs saved.
Okay,
of course.
that works.
Yep. That's on par right there.
Okay.
We'll give you a Santa Claus. You get Iron Man and Santa Claus.
Okay,
that should be good.
And remember, you can always stop whenever you want.
Yeah.
So
I think we'll do right there.
okay, so no setting, just okay.
You get Iron Man, Santa Claus, and Christmas needs saved.
Easy enough. All right, we want to do one of yours next, or we want to do my other sketch?
We can do whatever. Doesn't matter to me.
You already got the bowl. Let's just get my second sketch out of the way.
All right.
And we are re-polling. We're putting things back in so they can be pulled again. We're not eliminating anything.
Yep. Character wants a Red Ryder BB gun.
Oh, no. I was hoping I wouldn't get that one.
Oh.
It's so specific.
Already have one of those. Already have.
We're also not doing more than one circumstance or setting, as that would be pretty difficult to do in a short sketch.
You got Rudolph.
Okay.
Oh, boy. And Mrs. Claus.
All right. I can see
Character
this.
wants a Red Ryder BB gun with Rudolph.
I can see that working.
Mrs.
All right.
Claus.
Is that
I'll see if I can find a setting here.
okay. I think the setting could screw it up.
It could be fun.
Like right now, I'm like, okay, I can work with that. But if you got a different setting,
I don't remember how many settings we even have in here.
I have no idea. We just kind of wrote them and threw them in. How long are you gonna keep pulling there?
I'm gonna pull two more. If we don't get one, then you get saved, I guess. One more.
I'll just be North Pole.
The Polar Express.
Oh, you jerk.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. All right.
Polar Express is magical.
Just remember, I get the pull for yours.
I know.
No, there's not really anything too crazy in there. Nothing game breaking per se. Also, Iron Man's in there because Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
At least enough for us to consider for the sketch.
Yeah.
So.
There's that for you.
All right. So moving on to Jack's sketch.
Oh, boy.
All right. First thing we have for Jack is character needs saved, or Christmas needs saved.
Christmas needs saved. Okay.
Okay, so both of us have a Christmas needs saved. Oh, you're just not gonna put a colon there? Okay, chaos. All right. No, we said not more than one circumstance. Never mind.
Would it have worked?
I think it could work. So Christmas needs saved, and then the other thing is character becomes Santa Claus.
Ooh.
Good old Tim Allen Santa Claus. Circumstance there. All right. And then character, Clark Griswold.
Okay.
I
boy.
feel like you would like that one.
Yes, I do.
Honestly, I think that's enough to work with for that sketch.
Okay.
We can move on to the second one. Let's put these guys back in here. All right. Oh, jeez. It just keeps going. All right. Character, Rudolph. Not expecting Rudolph to have two sketches.
I
between us.
know.
Another character, Frosty the Snowman.
Ooh, okay.
I hope to God it's like Die Hard plot.
That'd be amazing.
Christmas love story. Okay. Setting, Nakatomi Plaza.
Let's go.
All right, I think that's good enough.
That's gonna be a good one.
All right. They are comedy sketches.
Yeah.
So I think we've got a good basis here.
We do for sure.
Yeah. So we're gonna go and write up the sketches, and the next time you see us, we'll be reading them off to each other, and hopefully they give some good laughs.
Yeah.
All right.
Now that's what I call. There we go. We'll do a transition next. I'll finish it when we go around next time. It's gonna be perfect. I don't remember what the transition was.
I don't have any.
I don't remember
what your transition
All right.
was.
Go ahead. I can't remember.
You forgot your own transition.
Dang it.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. We have finished our sketches, and we're going to perform them. We're going to see how these babies turned out.
And see if they met the criteria, I guess.
Yeah, that too. We probably should have pulled the criteria up before we started.
What? Okay. I will say my first one technically meets the circumstances if you think about it from a certain point of view.
All right, so it has to include the character Clark Griswold. And the circumstance is Christmas needs saved, and character becomes Santa.
Yes.
So you want to, we're going to read this one first.
Yep.
You want to read off the title and figure out.
Yeah, so this one,
it's
not Christmas vacation. It's Christmas working.
I was wondering why you titled it Christmas Working.
Because it's not a vacation. He's working.
Right. Who are we casting as what?
I'll be Clark, and you'll be Santa and Eddie.
Okay, gotcha. And then you'll be doing stage directions yourself. Yeah. All right. Dive in here.
Alrighty. So exterior, Clark and Santa are walking out Clark's front door back to the sleigh. Santa looks mad. Once again, I'm really sorry about Vixen.
Yeah.
I didn't know reindeer could get drunk. Plus, I didn't feed him that many rum balls. Santa packs his things in the sleigh. I think it was only 1, 2, 3. Santa interrupts Clark.
Not another word. You're spending the rest of your lifetime on the naughty list.
That seems a little long. How about 5 years?
This isn't negotiable.
Ah, I see. Clark takes out $5 from his wallet. Santa sits in the sleigh. Are we sure we couldn't work anything out? There's a long pause while Clark waves a $5 bill in front of Santa.
No. I forgot to leave the closet.
Santa takes off.
Well, that one Christmas, the kids won't. Well, that's one Christmas the kids won't forget anytime soon.
Probably not, Edward.
Well, if you want to help me bury the body here, then we'll...
Santa's sleigh begins to fly down and they hear a crash in the distance. They run over to the wreckage of the sleigh. The reindeer are in a mangled, bloody mess. Santa is lying on his back, covered in blood. Oh my God, what happened?
You think them reindeer caught something from Vixen?
It's probably because they didn't have Vixen.
You think they drank my Canadian Club? Because that was the last bottle I had.
Santa raises his head slightly. Santa, are you okay? Santa begins to whisper. It's your fault. What was that? It's your fault. I'm sorry. One more time. I'm not getting it. It's your fault. I just don't. It's your fault. Santa is dead.
Santa is dead. Well, it's a crying shame no one will ever know his last words.
That it is, Edward. That it is. Eddie wanders over to the wrecked sleigh.
Here's his list.
Clark begins to form an idea. Say, Eddie, maybe your kids like the antlers for Christmas.
Well, I couldn't take all of them, Clark. Wouldn't Rusty want some for his room?
Oh, Eddie. Me and Helen are already getting him some antlers this year. Eddie seems satisfied. He then starts collecting reindeer antlers.
Just collect.
Clark thumbs through the list until he finds his name. I'm sure you didn't mean to put me on the naughty list. After all, I didn't do anything wrong. Clark erases the word naughty and puts nice. Well, should we get back home, Eddie? I don't want to miss Mrs. Claus? Elves? Anyways.
Can you help me carry these, Clark? They're high quality items.
Yes, Eddie.
Okay. All right. I do think you got the Christmas Vacation vibe down. So,
okay, that's good.
Clark seems like Clark. Cousin Eddie, from what I can remember about Cousin Eddie, seems like Cousin Eddie. I haven't watched the movies in a while, but Santa is dead. Just that basic line.
Yep.
Cracked me up. All right.
Christmas needs saved. His Christmas needs saved because he's on the naughty list. And he becomes Santa because he has the list and puts himself as nice.
Yeah, you barely scraped by that one. Maybe not even.
No, that technically
you did it.
it's sound.
You did it the way that you did it. So it is what it is. All right. So we're gonna do my first sketch, which my qualifications were characters I had to include were Iron Man and Santa Claus, and the circumstance was Christmas needs saved. So the title of this one is Iron Man Saves Christmas.
Okay.
And we have characters here. We're going to have you play Tony Stark,
Okay.
Iron Man. I'll do Pepper Potts. I'm going to have you do Jarvis. And I'm also going to have you do Big Red / Santa Claus.
Okay.
And then I'll do the person on the phone. So you got a lot of dialogue, but I'll read off the stage directions. I was like, no, he needs to be these characters.
Okay.
All right. So, interior, living room. Tony Stark. Oh, yeah, this is taking place like Iron Man 3.
Okay.
So, interior, living room. Tony Stark's Malibu house, sunset. Tony sits in an armchair listening to classic Christmas music while drinking whiskey. It's clear that he's had quite a few too many already. Pepper Potts enters. She has a laptop in her hands and a Bluetooth headphone in her ear. She's clearly very busy. Tony.
Pepper, my favorite girl.
Pepper, on phone. I'm sorry, could you hold for a sec? To Tony. Tony, it's Christmas Eve. Are you really going to just sit there and get drunk all night? Tony.
I risked my life to simultaneously save New York City from a nuke and an alien invasion. I think I've earned the right to have a few in celebration of the holidays.
Tony checks his glass. Empty. Tony, holding out his glass.
Could you grab me another?
Pepper. I'm a little busy running a company. You know, the one called Stark Industries.
As CEO of that company, I'm asking you to pour me another drink.
Pepper considers throwing the laptop at Tony's face and then shoving the glass down his throat. She shakes from the effort of restraint from doing this and grabs the glass from Tony's hand.
Thank you.
Pepper leaves to go refill the glass. Tony's AI assistant, Jarvis, comes over the home speakers. Jarvis. Sir. I'll read this, okay. Jarvis, I guess. Jarvis off screen. Sir, a man by the alias of Big Red left a message for you. He insisted it was urgent.
Well, this ought to be good. Play it.
Jarvis plays the message.
Mr. Stark. Mr. Stark, you've been a very bad boy this year. But I'm willing to put you back on the nice list if you can help save Christmas. There's a lot to do, so I don't have much time to explain. Just meet me at the location I've sent to this virtual elf servant of yours, or Christmas will be ruined, and you might never get off the naughty list.
That's the end of the recording. Would you like me to patch through the location he sent? Tony stands up. He wobbles and almost falls over, but steadies.
Yes, please, Jarvis. If this Big Red thinks he's going to ruin Christmas, he's got another thing coming.
Pepper returns with the glass filled. Tony, I don't think... Tony claps his hands, signaling his new prototype suit to him. Interior, armor storage room, Tony's Malibu house. A suit disassembles from its resting spot and goes flying off towards Tony. Interior, living room, Tony's Malibu house. The left hand of the suit flies in first, knocking the glass from Pepper's hand. Ow! She stumbles to the floor, barely keeping hold of her laptop. The glass hits the ground and shatters, glass and whiskey going everywhere. The rest of the suit flies out and finishes covering Tony's body except for his face, acknowledging the shattered glass.
Pepper, clean that up.
Pepper goes to respond, but the visor hits Tony in the face, sealing his suit fully. It hurts.
Ow!
Tony stumbles as he jets off in the middle of the house, flying out a window he thought was the retractable one. It shatters. Exterior, Tony's Malibu house, continued.
Jarvis, remind me to fix the face visor's velocity and make all the living room windows retractable.
Interior, living room, Tony's Malibu house. Pepper sits in the midst of the giant mess left by Tony. Tony's voice comes over the speakers.
Pepper, make sure you clean that up and get the window replaced as well.
Pepper slouches onto her back. On phone. Sorry for keeping you on hold. Where were we? You forgot to put me on hold. Tony! Exterior, sky, dusk. Tony flies through the air. Coming up on the location now. You can begin your descent. Tony angles towards the ground and slows as he gets closer. It's foggy, but he can make out before him what looks like a sleigh with multiple figures around it. There's a faint, tiny glowing red speck amongst them.
Okay, Big Red, let's see if this is naughty enough for you.
Tony quickly blasts every single figure in front of him. Not even Jarvis's high-speed processing can react fast enough to halt him. All the figures drop to the ground. Tony lands. Exterior, clearing in woods. Oh my.
Let the celebrations begin, Jarvis. Christmas is saved.
He kicks the foot of one of the figures to the side. The rest lay motionless. The red speck slowly disappears. They've all clearly been terminated. Sir, my scans indicate that the figures were a group of 9 reindeer and a heavy-fit man dressed as the beloved holiday figure Santa Claus. The reindeer are attached to his sleigh with a giant bag full of gift-wrapped items inside. Tony stands in silence, taking in the scene. He can now clearly make out the bloody face of Santa Claus, a.k.a. Big Red.
Jarvis, have the suit utilize the new 3D printing capabilities to fabricate a handgun. Overlay the handle and trigger with Pepper's fingerprints.
Sir, are you certain?
Do it, Jarvis.
Very well. A compartment at the back of Tony's suit pops out, smoke pouring from it. A perfectly made handgun shoots from it and onto the red spotted snow, right next to Santa's gloved hand.
Call 911 and alert them there's been a shooting at our location of what appears to be a mall Santa and his accompanying reindeer.
Jarvis dials 911 and does as Tony asked. Done, sir.
Now call our lawyer and let him know that Pepper has once again found herself mixed up in a tricky predicament.
Jarvis does this as well. Done, sir. Tony looks over the scene once more. His eyes fall on the sleigh full of presents.
One last thing, Jarvis.
Yes, sir.
Call the Avengers and tell them to assemble.
Close up Iron Man's helmet.
We've got a Christmas to save.
The Avengers theme starts playing as we fade to black.
Just out of nowhere, just put Pepper's fingerprints on it.
That's amazing. I just had the idea of I was like, what if I just exaggerate Tony and Pepper's relationship to the way Tony just treats Pepper like absolute shit the whole time.
Oh my god!
Because the original idea, as soon as I saw Christmas Needs Saved, when you pulled that, I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna freaking murk Santa Claus because he's gonna think that he needs to save Christmas by killing Santa Claus.
Okay. That's amazing. Oh my god.
There at the beginning, I was like, okay, we're not really laughing, it's kind of just like, and then it was like, oh yeah, you know what? The twist does work. The twist does work. All right.
Oh.
You said this one's pretty wild.
This one gets a little, I don't know. It's not PG-13 at the end.
All right.
But so this one, I had the characters of Rudolph and Frosty in Nakatomi Plaza, and it's a Christmas love story.
This was a very hard poll for your restrictions. So
you know what? I didn't mind it too much.
All right. Luckily, I just saw Die Hard, so I know what Nakatomi Plaza is.
And we got Rudolph, Frosty, and Hans Gruber in this one. And you'll play Rudolph, and you can just play Rudolph.
Awesome. All right.
So interior Nakatomi Plaza, people are partying on the 30th floor, celebrating Christmas. We see Frosty and Rudolph conversing. I just never understand why people would serve carrots at a party.
You say this every time we go to a party.
Would you like it if I served human noses at my annual holiday soiree?
Can we not do this right now?
This is very anti-snowman behavior. I feel like I should say something to Mr. Nakatomi.
Don't say anything. You always overreact. Please don't embarrass us.
I do not. Do you understand? These aren't even regular carrots. They're baby carrots. They're literally snow children's noses, and people are eating them.
You do understand my main diet is carrots, right?
What? Hans Gruber and his goons enter the room and begin to shoot in the air.
Ladies and gentlemen.
While Hans is talking, Frosty and Rudolph begin whispering. Get Santa here now.
How do you suppose I do that?
What do you mean? Use your Christmas magic.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? I'm a walking, talking snowman, and you're a flying reindeer.
I don't understand where you're going with this. How does this help us get Santa?
Dear God, how did you ever get to lead the reindeer? Just do what you normally do to communicate with Santa.
I didn't bring my satellite phone.
You use a sat phone?
It's the top of the line elf technology.
I don't care. Maybe we can sneak into a room with a phone and call Santa. Frosty and Rudolph sneak past the goons into an office. They try the phone, but it's dead. Frosty starts to cry.
Well, now we're screwed. They're going to kill us.
You were going to melt in the spring anyways.
What?
Never mind.
What?
Hold on. A cop is upstairs. His name is John McClane.
How do you know that?
I can sense it with my holiday sorcery.
So your Christmas magic?
No, my holiday sorcery. Always from what I can sense, he's going to save all of us. Anyways, from what I can sense, he's going to save all of us. All we have to do is wait.
Well, is there a thermometer in here? It's getting hot. I don't want to melt while we wait.
It is hot, isn't it?
Rudolph begins to turn down the thermostat. Mind if I take my scarf off?
Not at all.
Rudolph's nose begins to glow brighter as Frosty unwinds the scarf from his neck. What does that mean? Rudolph's cheeks go red.
Oh, nothing. Just warm is all.
Frosty starts to take off his hat. You don't mind if I take off my hat either, do you?
Shh, no, of course not. Why would I mind?
Frosty begins to move closer to Rudolph. This is probably the first time you've seen me naked, isn't it? Rudolph nods his head. Do you like what you see? Rudolph's nose glows brighter.
Yeah, I do.
Frosty is now an inch from Rudolph.
Oh, God, what are we doing?
Don't worry, no one has to know. Frosty begins to carve some of the snow out of the back of his bottom snowball. Have you ever tried anal?
I didn't think about it until like it got to the 10 part. I was like, oh yeah, he said this kid's real freaky. And you just pulled it out so long at the end. I'm like, please stop. Okay, that one was good. I like that one. Right? Love hard, right?
Love hard.
It fits.
Love hard.
It fits. All right, this one, we'll see how funny it is. Well, this one is a little bit niche, but I think you'll pick up on what I'm getting at.
Okay. Is this the one with the kind of niche reference?
Yeah, there's a reference. I'll be curious if you get it or if I'll have to explain. The characters I needed for this one were Rudolph and Mrs. Claus. The setting is the Polar Express, and the circumstances, character wants a Red Ryder BB gun.
This one is the hardest pull.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. You did pull off the Rudolph Frosty romance pretty well. All right, so the title of this is just Rudolph and Mrs. Claus. We have 3 characters. Young man Rudolph, I'll go ahead and have you play him.
Okay.
Young woman, Mrs. Claus, I'll play her. And then the train conductor, who I'll also have you play. And that's the Tom Hanks train conductor. So, all right. Let's see. Interior, the Polar Express, night. A young man and a young woman in pajamas sit next to each other, conversing. Young woman. Red Ryder BB gun, that's really what you want?
Sure, why not? I love A Christmas Story as a kid.
But the young woman leans in and puts a finger up against the side of her eye. You'll shoot your eye out. She laughs. Ha ha ha.
Haha. If you think I don't know how to handle a gun, then you should have found someone else to do this with.
The train conductor walks over. He holds out his right hand, and his left is a hole puncher.
Tickets, please. That's a good topic.
No, I like that. Go ahead. The young man and the young woman both dig into their pajama pockets and scrounge out golden tickets. The young man hands his to the conductor. The young woman hesitates upon spotting a red speck on hers. She discreetly wipes it off with her sleeve, then hands it to the conductor. Young woman, here you go. The conductor grabs both and goes at them wildly with the hole puncher. He hands them back after finishing.
Here you are.
They grab their tickets back. The conductor leaves. The young woman's ticket is now adorning a hole punch bunny in the top right corner. She smirks and puts it back in her pocket. The young man's ticket has what appears to be a penis hole punched into the top right corner. He looks back at the conductor, who is hole punching someone else's ticket, same as he did theirs.
I like how penis has to be underlined, as if I wouldn't have seen it.
It's the emphasis. The young man shakes his head and puts the ticket back inside his pocket. I'm just saying. I asked you what your dream Christmas present was, and you went with a Red Ryder BB gun?
Jeez Louise, why does it matter so much to you what I want? You wanted to know, and I told you.
I just thought you had a little more imagination, that's all.
Look, we're here so that each of us can get what we want. You don't see me complaining about you wanting a Barbie dream house.
How'd you know I want that?
Besides, we're going to be getting a lot more than that one present. So what does it really matter?
You're right. Ooh, I'm so excited.
It's going to be great. They have no idea. Best Christmas ever.
The two look around. Everyone else is sitting in their seats, talking and laughing. Some even exchange playful slaps and punches. The conductor has finished hole punching tickets and has found his way to the overhead speaker, right next to the couple. He takes it out and starts speaking.
Who wants some hot chocolate?
The whole cabin raises their hand, except for the couple who return to their conversation. The conductor continues talking overhead.
All right. I think now's the time.
The young woman nods. A big smile covers her face. They both reach for the back waistband of their pajama bottoms and pull out a .32 caliber pistols. The train conductor has started singing.
Hot, hot, hot. Oh, we got it.
The young man smiles a big, toothy grin.
Ready, Mrs. Claus?
Mrs. Claus does a little shake, smile still plastered on her face. Ready, Rudolph. The door to the train cabin busts open and waiters rush into the room carrying trays and mugs in an elegant and graceful dance. The conductor is still singing.
Hot, hot, hot.
Rudolph bashes the conductor's nose with his gun. The conductor falls down, blood rushing out of his nose as he lets out a wail of anguish. Rudolph fires his gun into the ceiling. Mugs crash to the floor along with the now frightened waiters.
This is a stick-up. We're taking control of this train. Everybody remain calm and we won't have any problems.
Mrs. Claus gets up on top of her seat and starts waving a gun around frantically. Any of you fucking pricks move and I'll execute every one of you motherfuckers. Cut to black.
Clearly it's Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That's great.
All right.
Oh.
I think there's a nice little fun thing.
Yeah, that was good.
Got some good laughs. This might be one of our shortest episodes.
Probably.
Did not go very long. Hey, you want to, anything else you want to talk about? Or
I mean, I feel like it was pretty quick for me to write these. I didn't take a lot of time to like think about it. I just like sat down and just.
Yeah, no, it was a lot easier than 48-hour screenplay.
Oh my God, so much easier.
No, I wrote mine super quick. Most of the time I wrote it before I even sat down to write it.
Right.
So, I don't know. What do we think was the best one?
Your Iron Man one is pretty. It is so funny. That's just all right. Put Pepper's fingerprints on the gun.
I also love the Avengers theme at the end.
Yes.
Like it's like so heroic. But I don't know. I like Love Heart. Love Heart's pretty darn
Love
good.
Heart, I like
Love
Love
Heart
Heart too.
is a little less mainstream. I don't like.
Yeah.
Like the Iron Man one isn't necessarily mainstream, but
It's not Love Heart.
I think those are the best two.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that you laughed so hard at the fingerprints.
Yes.
Because that was the part that I was like, I hope that gets me.
Okay. Yeah.
You didn't quite laugh as hard as I thought you would at the hole punch penis, but that was just like, oh, I'll just put that in there.
I was also
sprinkle
wondering
that in
if
there.
the rabbit was the thing because, like, follow the white rabbit. I was
No,
like,
it's
I
just
wonder if
'cause-
that's it. And then I was like, oh, it's Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, bunny.
Yep.
So I was like, oh yeah, let's just make it bunny, sure. And I was like, oh, I can't miss a penis joke. I also love the idea of him like punching the penis, and then he just goes on like nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
He's just continuing the whole punch. And the guy's just like, what the fuck? Okay. Yeah, we might bring this format back. I think there's some things you could polish about the reading off. But it was fun. I really liked the writing part.
Yes.
And then the reading off, just seeing the reaction of the other
Oh, yeah,
person.
it was great.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, let us know what you think of it. And outside of that, we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Just after Christmas, I think the next one.
Yep. And it will be another Christmas themed episode. So we'll see you then.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year. Not yet, but
Almost.
almost.
I mean, the next one we could say Happy New Year.
We can say it twice.
Okay.
You can always say Happy New Year. You could also always say Merry Christmas.
That's true.
You can say whatever you want.
Okay. I guess so.
See you later.
Yeah.
Hey there, just wanted to let you know that we're going to have all of the sketches as a PDF file down in the description below if you're interested in reading them. We had a great time writing them. Think they might translate a little better reading them. Some of the reading, we're not professionals. So,
What are you going to do?
yeah, it'll be down in the description below. And again, we'll see you next time.
Yep. Have a good one. Again, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.